Hello everybody, my name is Itoe Kobayashi, and this is TT Snim. And
Hello!
And this is Royal Rabble Build and Babble, where we build a castle and talk about stuff.
Lots of stuff.
Last episode we did more talking than building, but that's okay because we were just starting.
Yeah, we were planning. We were planning, and I was mispronouncing famous names. I said Bashki, and I think it's Bakshi. But Ralph is easy enough to say. So, okay.
This episode, we are going to try to use TT Snim's special little method of exclamation points to figure out what goes where.
Definitely.
And we're also probably going to pick one of the questions that we have prepared and try to answer that while we do that.
I only have one question.
That's okay, we'll start with one of mine.
Okay. Can you see me?
Yep, I can see you. I'm following you.
Okay, I'm going to just kind of really quick rough out kind of like the scope of this. See, it's going to jet out like this, but then when it goes down lower, it's going to curl in.
Wait,
so
why are you using my color? You should use your color.
Oh, because I was honoring you.
So if I use my color and you use your color, then we'll be able to tell who came up with what.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay. So I'm going to do little exclamation points where you had previously told me about stuff. And we can start with a question.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use light blue instead of the teal, just because.
Like there-ish?
Actually, what I do is I go one, and then I bash the end of one, I do that, and then bash that. Just so it floats.
Gotcha. All right.
I
have a lesson in exclamation point making.
And then I put a sign on, and then this is back guard tower. There we go. And then I just so that we know what it is. And then occasionally, because even though I'll probably set it so it can't get nighttime here, sometimes I put a glow stick on it, a glowstone on it, so that we can see it. And then I'll go ahead and mark out where the second tower was going to be.
Okay.
I'm going to put it on top of one of these trees so we can see it. Up. I uppied.
Glowstone.
So what's your question?
Yes.
That is not a question. Can you please do that?
I meant yes, as in that's what I should be saying. Okay. So Steph showed me a link to a lovely set of questions called Questions You Can Ask to Fall in Love with Anyone.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I was like, here, look, this is funny. Ha ha ha, joke, let's do this. And then she took it seriously. And then she's like, I'm picking questions to ask this. And I'm like, why?
Because it's funny and great, and I love it. Okay, so I picked two questions. Steph picked one so far. That's okay. We have time.
Yes.
And so I will give you the first question that I picked. For what in your life do you feel most grateful?
I just made that really annoying sound. I hate that sound when people make that sound, then I made that sound. Okay, what do I feel most grateful for? There's so many things. Really, just so many things. I'm really grateful for... Are you reading my typing?
Yes. Just keep talking. It's okay.
Hey, look. My spelling is crap, okay? My spelling is absolute.
So clearly, spelling is not the thing you are most grateful for.
I'm not grateful for our local school system, no. I'm just not. What I am very grateful for my family, who have been very supportive. I should probably frame this question because I know how to answer it. I have had, I was born with a heart condition called tetralogy of Fallot. It's French name. You have 4 different conditions. You can look it up, you can Google it, whatever you want to see what it all is. I don't really want to explain it. What I'm grateful for is my family's support through all of the medical I've had, even though it wasn't pleasant, I would say. It's a light way of putting it. I'm thankful that I had surgeries, and I'm very thankful for the melody valve, for which I would be dead without.
Wow.
A melody valve is a little wire mesh that's curled into a tube. And then an artery from a cow, a laboratory cow, not a field cow, has been inserted into this mesh, and then that has been put into the main valve within my heart.
Oops.
And so I'm really thankful for that. But mostly I'm just thankful for my friends and family, which seems like a very typical kind of Miss America answer, but it's true. I'm thinking what we could do, if you come around this way, to the lee side of the keep, what we'll do is, see this little hollow right here?
Coming. Yes.
This will be our main entrance. Everything back there is our private world, like our backyard and our towers. And so there can be a tower over here, like on this side.
Okay.
Boop. Like a smaller one, and then a matching one sort of on the other side. And then right here will be the main entrance. And we can wind a road over the top of this maybe, and put walls or towers along the side, and then bring it down anywhere you want to once we're on this big sky peninsula.
I think I just need to say, sadly, goodbye to this section of the mountain because I can't get you to build over here for anything.
No, if you want to build over here, that's just where I want to put our home base. If you want to build other stuff over here, like a secondary keep tower...
The thing is, as much as I love it, you're right. It doesn't quite fit.
That's one of the things where you get one of these really, really cool looking landscapes, and it's very hard to build in. However, I do have an idea.
Okay.
I like building villages. Do you like building villages?
I love building villages.
Suppose we put in rock houses all over.
I love that.
And then we can like have swing bridges and floating islands, and we can have other towers and like maybe little manors.
We're gonna have the coolest kingdom ever.
We're gonna have such a freaking awesome kingdom. Okay, I'm going to now start tossing up my little exclamation points where I think some things should go on this peninsula, if you allow me.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm going to ask you a question.
Well, we have 6 minutes left before this timer goes off. Should we save the question for next episode?
No, because, oops, I teleported you instead of turning the sky on. No, this is a really quick and easy question.
Oh, okay, go for it.
If you were able to live to the age of 90 with either the mind or the body of a 30-year-old, which would it be and why?
I'm pretty sure I'd rather, well,
It's a hard one.
So on the one hand, I could be completely lost in my mind, potentially.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna give you a little bit of history lesson. I have a 109-year-old great-great-aunt. She is so lucid and clear, she thinks circles around the rest of her family. So I don't think mind is an iffy thing, because only a certain number of populace actually gets Alzheimer's. So keep that in mind. There can be completely lucid 90-year-olds. I think the mind question is really wicked smart and experienced.
Okay. I would still go with the mind, I think.
You would rather have the mind of a 30-year-old?
I think I really would just rather have all of my cognitive abilities with me. As much as I love to run around and do things, so long as there's somebody, that's the big thing. If there's somebody there that I can talk to, then I'd rather have the mind. If I'm all on my own out in that world, I'd rather have the body. I'd rather not be entirely with it and just be happy and able to do my own stuff.
That would be awesome. I think as much as I like being healthy and young at the moment, we can't stop time, but we can keep our minds sharp and clear, so I'm going to go with mine too.
Cool.
What's your favorite movie?
That is hard to say because I have a lot of movies that I just absolutely adore. One of my favorite movie makers of all time is Miyazaki.
Oh, I love the Miyazaki films.
Absolutely love Studio Ghibli.
Yes. It is some of the most amazing videos. Like, I like Disney. I grew up on Disney. We're American females. We Disneyed.
Yeah, it just happened.
The Studio Ghibli films are just majestic.
Hmm. And another fun thing about them is that as I've gotten older, I've started to understand more and more of what's going on in the movies.
Yeah.
Like just recently, I discovered
I hiccuped.
that. Do I have enough time to explain this? Maybe.
Just explain it quickly.
Spirited Away. Right at the beginning of the movie, where she's just lost her parents, and she's trapped in this world where if she doesn't eat some of the ghost food, she's going to disappear forever.
Yeah.
There is a restaurant shopkeeper that motions at her in a strange fashion. It's similar to like a pawing cat sort of motion. And as a child, I always thought that he was trying to shoo her away or scare her off. But now that I've been a bit more experienced with the Japanese culture, I have learned that that is actually a beckoning motion, and the shopkeeper was trying to bring her over so that she could eat some of the food and not disappear.
Oh, that's awesome.
So one of the guys that I thought was big, mean, and scary was actually trying to save her.
So it's kind of like a pawing motion, like a clawing motion in the air, right?
If you know of the little welcoming cat statues that are really popular, they do that. They do the beckoning motion. It's supposed to, depending on what color the cat is, supposed to like beckon either welcome customers in or beckon for good luck to come their way or stuff like that.
Do you know where that legend started?
I think I might. Like, if you started talking about it, I would be like, oh yeah, I remember that, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
There was a soldier, I believe, and his army, and they were marching. I think this is how it went. And they saw, he saw this cat, and it made that motion towards him. And so he followed it, and it took him to a temple that was big enough for him to put his whole army in just before a rainstorm hit.
Ooh.
And so it kept them and all of their armor safe. And so it's Lucky Paw.
Cool.
I don't know if that's exactly the story, but that's what I remember. But that's so cool. I don't remember Spirit Away. I think I only saw part of it.
I first watched it when I was a very tiny little thing, and I didn't understand a darn thing that was going on.
Because children.
I was like, I was so confused. Like, even the simplest things, like, why is she taking her shoes off there?
Right, well, it is a different, Japan is definitely a different culture.
It's definitely.
Definitely.
Also, I think you're spelling Defense Tower right, so, yay.
Yeah, I've been trying really hard because you're following me. I'm like, she's gonna correct every mistake I make on film.
Well, you're the one talking, and that's okay. But I have to keep things visually interesting, so I'm following you around because you're the one doing all this stuff right now.
I am. You can jump in and toss in any tower you want if you'd like. Because I'm just kind of mapping out things. I think this would be a really cool place. Come down, maybe.
All right. Beep, 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 beep. You can tell me next episode. We'll stand right here.
Okay.
Let me get that. All right.
I'm gonna stand by my tower.
So
my tower's made of wool and it's fluffy. Yeah, hug it.
Alrighty. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be good to each other. Stay crafty, and bye.
Bye.